All right, we're back in another video, basically just another talking video. So today is going to be about the movie event. Since last video, or the Indominus video, when I was kind of like just talking down on the game, I've talked to Chicken a little bit, and it made me realize that it's not okay. This is gonna sound as like, obviously I can't really talk in your guys' shoes because I was given a lot of stuff. I know you guys kind of like bash me for that all the time, like, oh, you can't even talk about this event because you were given stuff for free. Let me talk about movie event. I mean, honestly, both part 1 and 2. So even though it was very grindy, like it was really grindy, you also gotta realize that most people have gotten stuff, or pretty much everything, in the first or second day. So like with part 2, a lot of people that have been complaining about whether like it's hard enough to obtain stuff, or you know that it's too hard to obtain stuff, most of them have gotten a majority of the stuff, if not everything, in the first day. When you criticize something, you also got to realize the fact that we have the whole month to do this, and it's very like ironic that I say that, considering that I made like a whole criticism video about obtaining Albino Terror. And I still stand by the fact that 2 hours is kind of long, like an extended period of time to sit for an Albino Terror, or just like a chance at Malu. And yeah, I still stand on that. The fact that you gotta sit in a private server for 2 hours, or hop Publix to even have a chance, and then just get it stolen by like a gnarly little Pteranodon dude, it's bad. I don't know, that's like the only real critique I have with this event. I wish they would have made it a little bit shorter, or maybe like so it carries around with you some, I don't know how else they could have done it, but I feel like there's definitely some improv that could have been done to make that a little bit better. But now let's talk about like the stuff that came with this event. So obviously, first off, we have the new ways to obtain DNA. Obviously, the main part is collecting amber. The collecting amber thing, honestly, I've been having a lot of fun with it. At first, I didn't really need the amber because I had DNA, but now that I'm kind of like set back, I have like 100,000 DNA, and I'm still missing the most expensive stuff, I've been forced to farm amber and like see what people feel like in the shoes of not poor people, but like just people who have to embrace the grind. And honestly, it hasn't been hard to collect amber, and need I say, it's I'd way rather do this than Jurassic Blocky. I know you guys like praise Jurassic Blocky all the time, and I don't hate the game myself, but somebody has to give criticism where it's due. Jurassic Blocky, it's like you can't, okay, one, you can't farm in private servers, you can't farm over time, like you can't get amber over time, or you know, sit there to get DNA or whatever the money's called in that game. There's literally no other way. I mean, obviously you can kill people, but there's kill stealing in that game. You can like hit someone a decent amount of times, and then somebody can swoop in and deal the majority of damage, and you won't get anything. And obviously they have goats and whatever else, but I'd say that this is more easygoing on, one, newer players, and two, just like players in general, than it is to just walk around the map and get amber in Jurassic Blocky. Because this is essentially the same thing, collecting amber, but it's like it is a lower reward, like 50 DNA for a common. It isn't the best, but if you're mass collecting amounts of commons and whatever else, like I could probably sell every rare here and get around like 10k-ish DNA. Because you got to keep into account that every single thing that you discard in the rare category, I think is 100. No, it's 75. And then every common that you get is 50. So say you get 200 amber and they're all common, I think that's what, 10,000 DNA? And you may think, wow, 200 is a lot. Like you will not get that in a short amount of time. But the amount of amber that spawns relative to how many players are in your server, it's a lot. Like if you're putting your mind to it and farming amber, it isn't bad. And obviously you guys got to keep into mind that I am also, like, I haven't experienced part 1 for myself. So once again, I can't really talk for everybody here, but I'm pretty sure that this event has been pretty lenient towards both the new players and the older players. I've just failed to realize that, and I apologize to, you know, the team for, well, I don't apologize, but I do take back words that I have said on that video. Like, I still stand by the fact that 2 hours is too much for Indominus. I still stand by the fact that, well, Chicken said that the tracking was apparently glitched or something, and that the tracking was like, it's been broken for a few months now because of like some stud stuff. I'll put it up on the screen. Chicken, if I wasn't allowed to show that, I'm sorry. But apparently he's working on it now, and he also, like, he talked to me about how hard it was for the team to push this event out, and obviously I kind of like took for granted the amount of skins that they added. 30 skins a lot for 2 months. Like, that is a lot of content. Jurassic Blocky, they add skins and stuff and like new dinosaurs, but these skins are pretty much their own playable. If they wanted to, they could have made these like new playables, and honestly, I don't think anybody would have cared. But you know, that's not really Dinosaur Simulator's way of doing it. They like making skins for existing dinosaurs, and I agree with that. I like how they do this event. And now we have the next DNA obtainment method, which is meteors. And meteors are actually really cool. So to have meteor showers, I think you have to be in a public server, and it's better to be in like bigger public servers, because I don't really know how I don't know how it happens, or like what the chances are for it to happen, but pretty much it'll tell you in chat that a meteor shower is coming. I think I have a notification somewhere here. Yeah, look up, a meteor shower is occurring. And pretty much when you look up, there's gonna be like a bunch of blue balls that like drop onto the map, and they have like AoE spread damage. So if you get clocked on the head, I think it one-shots you. So be careful, or you gotta sit in menu, honestly, because it's not like a combat tag when it drops. But after the meteors have fallen down, you can actually collect them and get a pretty, I mean, it's not bad DNA, but it's like it's not good, but it's not bad. So I think it ranges anywhere from like 200 DNA to 400, maybe more sometimes, I'm not sure. And from what I've experienced, there's about like 30 or more meteors around the map. So obviously there's gonna be other players collecting them, so the maximum you're gonna get is maybe like 5, 6, if that. But the way you get them is obviously you listen. It has the same sound as Amber, and I think it's like it's a lot easier to hear than normal Amber. It's louder. But let me get back on track to the movie event. It hasn't been bad per se. There's been some parts that me and both the community disagree with, and I'll stand on some of those facts. But if we're talking grind overall, I know a lot of people in my comments were hating, and some of you guys go too far. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Some of y'all go too far. It's a dinosaur game, bro. Y'all gotta chill. But I get where some of you guys are coming from, like people who are just talking about the grind in general, or even Xbox or mobile players. Like you guys are on like you guys are on a disability, honestly. You guys can't AFK farm. You can't really farm in general for Indoraptor and Indominus, because I hear a lot of issues with Xbox crashing and PS5s crashing or whatever. I don't know if that's like a known issue across all games on console or not, but it seems like it's a big issue here. But for PC players, I'll agree. The grind is a lot easier than it could have been. Like pretty much most of the things in part 2 I've grinded for, not legitimately, but I've been doing this as if I was a normal player. I don't have the DNA to just spend mindlessly anymore. I have to collect Amber. I've been doing it, turning it into DNA. I'm pretty much like I'm a player at this point, honestly. And yeah, I'll admit I was boosted in part 1, but part 2, honestly, bro, I feel like a whole player right now. And honestly, in the future, I don't really want to be given a crutch anymore, because I want to experience it from your guys' point of view. Like Easter event, I didn't like, but this event, I feel like it's been pretty generous, honestly, especially for the free Indoraptor. If y'all were awake for that, hey, congrats. But for y'all who weren't awake, rest in peace, bro. You're out to pay like 60K. But anybody who listened to me yap for however many minutes this is gonna be, thank you guys. For players who have gotten everything themselves, once again, I'm sorry for speaking as if I understand the circumstances that you guys are in. I've pretty much got everything handed to me in part 1, but part 2, I had to work for a lot of the stuff, and I feel how you guys have felt. And honestly, like I have said over 5 times now, it could have been a lot worse. I definitely like grinding this game more than Jurassic Blocky, because it's just easier. You have more obtainment methods for currency. Only thing I don't like is that you have to trade for a decent amount of the movie skins, or no, like what is it, 3, 2, something like that. And you also have to trade for albino terror. That's what I also don't like for new players, obviously. But let me know what you guys think. Try not to be too negative in the comments, because Chicken Engineer does watch these videos, and I'm not taking that video down, the albino terror one, because I still stand on not all of the points, but some of the points, and hopefully some of them are fixed or addressed or something. Maybe they'll change the time from 2 hours to like an hour or something to compensate console players, maybe. Who knows? But anyways, love y'all. Thank you guys for watching up to this point, and I will see you guys once again when I get everything in this event. See you.